Oh, I didn't mute my mic. Whoops. Well, I wasn't making noise anyway. Avlee News. I like that. I like that. All right. Hey, how's it going? Everything's going great here. When last we left off, we were doing things. You just finished up Tularia. We're going to Avlee now. That's what's happening. Is it just me, or is the Tularian Forest in Avlee misnamed? Because the capital is Avlee, right? And this is clearly the capital because it's where the king is. So shouldn't Avlee be the Tularian Forest and the Tularian Forest be called Avlee since it's the capital of the Avlee nation? These are the incredibly important questions that we ask ourselves. Torchlight, huh? Well, I guess I can do that right as I'm about to leave. Alright, now we need to kill the undead. We need to kill the dragons that we're not killing. We have 2 of the 3 paintings. The other one is in the Barrow Downs. Did we already win a game of Archimage? I feel like this is gonna be. Let's see. I'm pretty sure that we already won here. Let's go to Avlee just right off the bat. That's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna pop immediately to Avlee. Wait, did we have some inventory management I wanted to do? Yes. So I've been curious about the fact that physical seems to be outscaling magic by quite a large degree. But I am realizing that I don't really have anything invested into my physical mitigation, right? I haven't really done any meaningful investment into that as a thing. And I'm actually wondering if I want to copy this sword, because this sword is something that I think I need 3 copies of. Because I think that I'm going to want to swap Silria to Sorted Board. Why do I have 229 skill points? What is happening? Okay. I have a shit ton of skill points. Yes, so let's do some inventory management before we do anything else. The most exciting portion of the gameplay for absolutely everyone, I'm sure. And let's see here. We are currently sitting at level 231. We have enough experience for 234. So I think we're going to... Where's our shield? What level is this shield? Am I going to have to level it up to make it useful? I don't think so, right? It's level 150. It has 114 armor on it baseline, like where it is right now. And it gives us killing a monster with a single target attack is lets you recover your action time. This gives the effect that we have that allows us to use all of this personality gear effectively. But we already have the reduce all damage taken effect on this. So with that being the case, that sword is not necessarily the optimal thing to do, because I'd have to start using scouring pearls, and quite a lot of them, to make all of the changes work. So we have plus 49 to all 7 statistics and int. Is air resistance here? House resistance? It is. Interestingly enough, Cortal has a lot of... Okay, so we do have int as a primary stat here. How do I want to handle? How do I want to handle this? 52. Let's see. I could make a copy of that. I don't think I want to yet. I think that I'm going to hold on to my current armor for a little bit longer. And have we found any Ascension Emeralds anytime recently? Because that spear looks cool, but I don't think it's the top tier. And I was noticing, as I was meandering around, that the
store's closed.
The damage output of my party is like insanely skewed now. Like we've gone from fairly skewed to like bonkers levels of skewed. So this is obviously a problem, having level 98 weapon in one of these characters. We have 133 offhand here. That certainly doesn't help. But like, Silveria's got a level 219 weapon. And we are not getting the kind of results out of her that we'd like. Her stats aren't really that far off from Ashcore's stats. It's just that her damage output just doesn't scale. Like she has functionally kind of like one thing that it's scaling off of, right? It's scaling off of the sword skill, and that's it. Whereas like for Ashcore, we're scaling off of spear, sword, and arms master. The lack of dual wield is really hurting us. Severia obviously has the axe skill, but also is getting benefits from the magic skills, which each also improve the damage output. So not having access to really anything that's giving us that, though I guess ostensibly we're supposed to be getting some damage off of this, but like you'd think that we'd have more damage output, but I mean those numbers don't lie. Her recovery time is fine. You know what it is? Actually, no. I think I know what I think I know what the problem is. The problem is that she's squishy. I mean, it's not the only problem, obviously, because you can see that her melee power is like atrocious compared to the others. But one of the problems that she has is actually just that she's unconscious a huge amount of the time compared to these two. These two are fairly tanky in addition to their things. Though that also doesn't explain Korgrik. But Korgrik we have a clear explanation for. Korgrik has a level 133 weapon in the offhand. So I think we need to level up, because if we level up, we can upgrade that weapon once. Once we've upgraded that weapon once, I think we need to pass a copy of that to Korgrik. Do I feel comfortable making a copy of that weapon to pass to Korgrik? Honestly, I don't know that it matters whether I'm comfortable with it. I kind of just have to, right? Oh, everything's closed. Let's start Avlee. Before we start making anything too crazy, like making a copy of a thing, because that's like a really, really rare resource. Let's start Avlee, because in Avlee there's a decent chance that we're gonna get some really shiny stuff. Especially, like, there's a lot of enemies in Avlee, if I recall correctly. But in addition to there just being a lot of enemies generally, I don't need the damage test save anymore. We are... Words. Oh, wait, did I get the guy? I did, right? I was worried I was going to have to walk back in just to talk to this guy. Okay. We're headed to Avlee. And we're casting Cure Weakness. I should have probably bought some food along the way. That would have made sense. But, you know, why would I do the things that make sense? I should just be casting Fry first. Is that the spell that I already guessed? It sounds like this. Audio cue. Alright. Grab some horseshoes. We have an inn here.
Welcome, travelers.
Who had it and what does it look like? I'm not actually looking at my entire inventory, which is a mistake. The vampire club. Oh. It's around here somewhere. There it is. It is actually in exactly the spot that I thought it was in the inventory, so it wasn't a mistake to just fixate on one part of the inventory. Necessarily. Wall. I'm gonna use the smoky quartz. There we go. Get that economy going. Okay, we just doubled our magic income. We'll just use this. We're not going to be able to get the maximal benefit out of it. 50% increase again. We're not using Moody Goblins. I'm willing to do it. That wasn't dangerous at all. Okay, our wall is higher now. Oh my god, that query is so out of control. Holy shit. I'm wondering if I should hold off on using recruits. The AI is very bad at doing resource victories, just in general. Because it just uses cards completely randomly. So it's like, but there's no like intentionality of like, oh, stop using, you know, certain types of cards when you start getting close to a victory for that type. So even with them having a substantial lead, you can still pull ahead of them in terms of the actual. Nice. In terms of the actual win condition. So like now that I'm ahead of them in that win condition, I can spend a little bit more freely. Like this gives me wall, and my main winning condition is getting this up to I think 125. Definitely don't need floodwater, unless I guess I could get this swap thing, but the probability of that is very low. We don't need corrosion cloud. They're pushing us toward our win condition, which is nice. And because we aren't finding any walls, most likely we're not going to be able to actually get the wall up. We're probably going to win on beasts, or recruits rather. We're holding on to the Pegasus Lancer because even though it's expensive and works against our victory condition, there's the possibility that I basically need it for shunting down the opponent's tower. I don't think I need Discord. I definitely don't need parity. We're not doing a resource victory in that direction, so. And I think both players can get copies of stuff like that. I think in the past I've held on to a card with the intention of denying it from the opponent. Specifically, it was, I think, parity. And still have the opponent pick up that card. Yeah, we're comfortably winning this at this point. It's like certainly possible for us to lose. I'm actually going to use an earthquake. It puts my highest resource ahead of their highest resource more, and I can't actually spend this many bricks. So, like, there's no reason to worry about it really. Like, even if the cap is 500, I don't think it is. Is it like 350? It's higher than I would have expected. Jeez. There we go. I was going to say, I'm going to start pumping down the enemy tower just in case, but it didn't end up being relevant. Okay. Let's see. Master Arms Master. We got a horseshoe. I already have expert perception, I think. Master identified monster.